because this is it. It's about to go down. In today's Rico News Act, we're going to have ourselves a nice little talk about a couple things. 5 things, to be exact. One, two, three, four, fifth. The first thing we're going to talk about is obstructing justice, which I didn't really know too much about, but apparently it is what it is. The firing of James Comey has been declared obstruction of justice. Okay, so that's first of all. Second of all, third of all, fourth of all, fifth of all, fucked of all. You understand what I'm saying to you? But yeah, okay. Second of all, we have money made from foreign dignitaries. I'm sorry, money brought in from foreign dignitaries without Congress being informed. Okay, all I got to say to that is Paradise Papers found. All right. Third of all, and this is another Paradise Papers found, we have some shit that's against the Constitution, right? This is some constitutional shit. All right, so dust yourself off. You know what I'm saying? You might need to get your mind back right about that whole situation as far as the Constitution is concerned. But this third one, we got some constitutional shit. This is where the constitutional shit kicks in, because the rest of the 3, 4, and 5 is constitutional shit. But 3 is where the constitutional shit kicks in. 3 is where you have the making money while being president that is money other than the salary of the president, which is constitutional. That's illegal, right? The president always has to cut all ties, and pretty much he got to put his paycheck on pause when it's all said and done. That's what every president has to do. It doesn't matter what they could be a doctor. There's been doctor presidents. There's been lawyer presidents. There's been um, soldier presidents. You know what I mean? There's been businessmen. There's been Ronald Reagan. But the president is supposed to sever all ties with his main sources of income while he is president. Okay, that's 3. That's constitutional. That's some more Paradise Papers found shit. All right, so stick with me. At 4, fourth of all, we have some more constitutional shit. See, I got so lost off in the Paradise Papers found because that shit's so important. But fourth of all, we have the undermining of the judicial system, which also took place on foreign land, which makes it constitutional. I'm not even going to go into explaining that. Like I said, you might need to dust your shit off before, you know what I mean, this makes sense to you. And fifth of all, we have some more constitutional shit. It's not necessarily a violation of a civil right or a citizen's right of some sort, but it is as okay. So this one is undermining the free press, which is the press are not considered beings in the Constitution, but they are spoke of in the Constitution. Like it's one of the things that is required for America to be as great as America wants to be. It's the hidden, the free press is the hidden check to the check and balances. And yeah, there you have that. Those are all 5 articles. 2 of these things are Paradise Papers. Um, the other 3, well, let me go further on that. The press thing. He, as, and I said this is not in his wheelhouse. He cannot tell a company that they have to sell something that they possess. That's not his job. But he tried to do that, which is where the um, undermining the press comes in, undermining the free press. And there you go with that. That's all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. We still not swaying from. We not shirking from the task though, right? Because we know what's coming after. This is just we don't want to sully the White House. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to bring Rico charges on a motherfucker that's actually sitting in the White House. So we're gonna get him out the White House before we bring the Rico charges. But they have the Rico charges, okay? Which brings me to the next point. Jefferson Sessions. Pulled in to testify today under oath for the 3rd time. 3 times the charm, right? They didn't try to hit Trump with the Rico 2 times. They about to do it a 3rd time. This motherfucker went in and testified twice before they did it a 3rd time. They're not going to call him to testify again. The next time you see his name and they're screaming it, it's going to be paperwork for perjury. Because that's what's waiting for him. There's a reason that they called him back in there. And the reason is the person that broke the news about the Papadopoulos shit is the same person, like the person who broke the news about what he knew, what Sessions knew about the Papadopoulos shit, and so forth, and such, and is the same person who gave those guys the questions to ask him. This was his opportunity to go in there and tell the truth. They tried to give him a chance to come clean, and he didn't take it. He still stuck with that I don't know routine, which everybody who knows something knows that that's not gonna get you far. You can there's only so far that'll get you. Like there's people that you can say that to, and then there's people that you can't say that to. You can't say that when you sit in front of a committee because the committee will ask you questions that they know you know the answers to just to fucking get you to lie. Just like it's like the committee's like the cops for the the rule makers and the rule enforcers. You know what I'm saying? When some shit happened, like okay, yeah, just like that. They the cops for the rule makers and the rule enforcers. So okay, when some shit happens with the cops, there's always a hearing by committee. You know what I mean? And same way with the senators and everything else. Like the people who are in charge of that, who do that shit. That's when something happens. That's how it happens. It happens by committee. You got to tell that committee the truth, though. You're supposed to tell that committee the truth. That's your last stop before prison, which is why you tell that committee the truth. You don't go in there and fuck around. You know what I'm saying? But see, Jeff Sessions think because he a good old boy that nothing is gonna happen. there's nothing that can be done to him. He don't know that he fucked. Like, he is fucked. Regardless, there's nothing that nobody can say. He was given an opportunity to go in there and answer the questions the right way. And the people who were asking the questions were taking the process very serious. He was not. So he may not realize it, and it might take him some time to realize it, but he fucked himself because they know who he is. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, it goes from I never spoke to anybody or took meetings with anybody to you talking about 26 separate occasions. Run that by me again. You say you never took a meeting with nobody. You never had contact of any nature, of any form or fashion with any. And then you come out and you say 26 meetings? You had upwards of 26 meetings? And that, oh, I thought you was asking something else. That don't really matter, man. That doesn't matter what you thought. It's not about what you thought. Motherfuckers need to stop thoughting. I've been saying this shit for a long time. Motherfuckers need to stop thoughting and start thinking. You understand what I'm saying? Yet again, there's a reason that the Flynn's have not been charged. There's a reason that that father and son combination that Robert Mueller pulled in almost a week ago, there's a reason that they have not been charged. The reason that they have not been charged is because they are testifying. This is how the Rico Act works. They always take the smallest man first, and then they get everybody else. It's like a ladder. They climb up the ladder until there's no one left. No one will be pardoned. There will be no one pardoned in this situation. There will be no one left to pardon anyone. Everyone will be handcuffed. Everyone will be handcuffed. Remember where you heard that first. Because I'm sure gonna remember that I said it first. I've been saying it since I heard the paperwork was coming almost a month ago. As soon as I heard the paperwork was coming, I knew it was a Rico, because if they had what they wanted, they would have just dropped the paperwork then. They didn't. They said they warned everyone. They didn't just they used one of the devil's tricks. They told him what was about to happen. They told him the devil has to tell you. They say the devil got to tell you what he's gonna do before he do it. They told him what was about to happen. And then they did it. They said Monday it's gonna be paperwork. I know y'all think we've been wasting our time, but Monday we will have paperwork. And since on that Friday, the Friday that they announced that Monday they would have paperwork, I knew and I stated the Rico was coming down. Before that Monday approached, I had already come to the conclusion that the Rico was coming down. Because I didn't look at this as fake news. When Manafort's crib got his door kicked in, I didn't think it was fake news. When they took that paperwork and then they just left, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? That's not fake. That's not fake news, dude. That's the way the Rico works. They find a fault. They come and break in for that fault. They took that fault that they found in Manafort's shit and they grabbed up the paperwork. They did a mad dash for paperwork. They took the paperwork. They found out who Papadopoulos was. They saw how close Papadopoulos was. They saw how they remembered the words being said. Nobody at the table has ever. Well, guess what? This guy was sitting at the table, man. He was at the table. He had a seat at the table. which means all of his connections came with him, all of his influences, all of his money. This is nothing new. We talked about this. I've talked about this. I'm not going to repeat what I said 2 videos ago. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? This is the Rico, baby. We talking about Rico. Conspiracy falls under Rico. I don't know if a lot of people know that or not, but that's the reason that I'm proclaiming Rico so young and so early, because I know what this shit is, dude. It's a conspiracy. Conspiracy to commit fraud, if you want to be, and it's actually in the past tense because the fraud has been committed. So therefore, yeah. What makes it Rico is the amount of people that took part in it. You know what I mean? The uh, the money that they gained and laundered. Oh yeah, man. That's what they do. When they want to hit you with the Rico, they go for everything. They don't want just one little simple thing. They're not on that. Oh, well, let's just get them on something. No, they want it all. It's like I said, they're not coming to hit me with no Rico, cause I'm a nobody. I ain't doing nothing. So, but if I was on some Frank Lucas type shit or some La Costa Nostra, they be knocking at my motherfucking door. Some doing dirt to steal the White House. Yeah, they be coming and fucking me up, just like they about to fuck him up. They probably gonna take it easy on him though, but he's still gonna be fucked. Ain't no such thing as a easy Rico. That's why he constantly, I'm not under investigation. Everybody keeps saying it's not. Who? That's not in your wheelhouse. Who the hell told you that was your job? That's not your job, dude. To know whether you under investigation or not. Listen to what you just said. Just listen to what you just said. When you saying that, people, please listen to what you're saying. You telling me that he's not under investigation because he say he not under investigation? All right, man, I'm done.